Okay, you've decided to change a light fixture. Whether it's because you're having a problem, maybe it's burning out bulbs quickly, which is a sign of an issue with poor ground built into the fixture. Maybe it's erratic and you've already tested the switch and you feel confident it's the fixture. Usually it's just because you think it's time for a different type of fixture, different kind of bulb, different look. In this case, we'll get this replaced and you'll see the basics behind it all and be ready to tackle the project yourself. The first thing you do is make sure the power is disconnected so that even if you flip its switch, it's not hot. Then we're just going to disassemble the fixture. Different light fixtures assemble and disassemble in different ways. This particular model has cups that you remove. Once the cup's removed, you can take off the beauty ring and remove the plate. Oh, that's a loud screw gun. Once the plate mounting screws have been removed, simply undo the wire nuts. And you're ready to get the new light fixture prepped and mounted. Go through it thoroughly, make sure you understand how to get it in place, and then get it taken care of. Okay, you've got your old light fixture removed. You're ready to put the new one in place. We're just going to unpack it real quick and make sure all the parts you need are here. Pretty standard 3-bulb fixture. Yours might have a slightly different mounting plate, or some of the other components might be slightly different. But it's the same basic wiring procedures. So we're going to start by unpacking everything and make sure we've got everything we need. It looks like we've got a couple of different screws for screwing the mounting plate in, some extra wire nuts, and even some mounts that we know we're not going to need. I know I'm not going to need them right now anyways, because the outside mounts we're going to use a different kind of mount for. These bulb cups, if you go back through the directions, remove like so. That allows you to get the trim plate off of the actual fixture. The actual fixture is going to mount up on the box, and it also has 2 places for screws. We're going to mark and set those with wall dogs. Wall dog is a pretty new thing, last couple of years. And it allows you, it's got a Phillips head on the top of it that allows you to use a power screwdriver to drive it precisely in a point you mark. And it'll go into a normal drywall. I believe these are the 35-pounders, but they don't need to be very high capacity for a light fixture. And then the screws that come with it, as you drive the screw in, it will actually split open that wall dog and break it open so that it grabs even better. These are fabulous. They can be fairly easily removed and good solid use. So I use those whenever possible, whenever I need to mount something in drywall. So the next step is to get this held up there, get it lined up with the bolts, and then you can mark where the wall dogs are going to have to go, get those set, and move forward from there. Okay, now right now I'm just going to temporarily mount this plate with this screw and the screw I just dropped on the floor. Now I'm just mounting it temporarily so I can mark where the holes are for the wall anchors. And basically, once I feel like it's pretty level in that location, and I'm going to make a mark, you'll have some room for adjustment with the wall dogs. Okay. Now remember, virtually every wall light fixture, every ceiling light fixture, they could have any type of mount, and it can be difficult to tell what kind of mount they use until you get the package home and get it open. So you have to be prepared for potential challenges with different types of mounts. Now I'm just going to screw the wall dogs in the marks that were made. Super, super easy. You don't want to overdrive them. I've got a hold of my wire nuts right now, and I'm ready to wire this fixture up. The ground is attached to the trim plate, so I need to kind of hold it up in position temporarily as well. And I've run that ground wire back through the mounting plate so we can get it hooked up. Got my hot, my neutral, and my ground. And just for fun, I usually start with the ground. Most light fixtures can, they can lightly hang from the ground with no problems or concerns. You do want to make sure you're not marring the surface of the wall, which in this case isn't a problem. I've got the neutral attached. This is the loudest light fixture I have ever seen in my life. We'll get this hot attached here and we'll be ready to set the plate. Now I'm twisting until it begins to twist the wires, if you didn't notice. That tells me it's got a good grip on it. And we're ready to set the plate in now by pushing the wires back into the box. Like I was saying before, every light fixture has its challenges. This one is the challenge is the fact that they make you fight with the beauty cover at the same time as the mounting ring, and that's just not nice. Okay, now we'll get the screws for the wall anchors. We'll get them in place. I'm going to start them lightly with the hand screwdriver, but then I'll finish up with the power screwdriver. This top one tight. There we go. Now we can install the beauty cover. The retaining rings that hold it in place. They just push on, and that's fairly common, especially with less expensive fixtures. Once those are in place, we're ready for light bulbs. Okay, your bulbs are back in. Turn your power back on. Flip your switch. Now go get that light fixture changed, because I'm sure you've got better things to do.